Hey Leute und willkommen zurück zu Danganronpa. Wir müssen wieder in die Dining Hall gehen. Alle vertrauen immer noch nicht Sakura. Was war das? Hä? Was that someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Oh Gott, was ist denn da los? Kodo, we got a big problem, man. What's wrong? Look! Listen, Hero's finger shook as he pointed.
Hina!
Oh, Jesus.
Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her.
Na, nicht wirklich.
Genocide Jill killed Hina!
Was? Nein. Hä?
You gotta be kidding!
No. She's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead. Why? What happened? Well, Toko and Hina just all of a sudden, they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table. And that led to a sneeze. Uh-oh.
You SOB!
Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real. And look at my shapely collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire?
Totally not adorable.
Anyway, you totally not adorable boys. Just get her out. Anyway, you totally not adorable boys. Just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else
My beautiful scissors!
I'll start cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long. Okay then, let's get Hina to the nurse office. Come on, Hero, help me. Sure thing. Genocide checks. Abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it really was just a scratch. But still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know? Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic. That just makes you sound even more hostile. Das ist auch nicht viel gemacht, ne? Hey, Hina, what the heck happened? Okay, we just got into a fight and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Let me guess, the fight was because of Sakura? At first, I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go, so I just... Without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
Serious?
A dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse office burst open. I thought the door was gonna fly off its hinges. Oder was Sakura wahrscheinlich. And there she stood before us.
Hina.
Sakura! You're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal. Makoto, Hero, what's the meaning of this? It wasn't me. It was Genocide Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault. You're super.
Damn.
To hurt Hina. Damn you. To leave me alone but hurt her. What is this?
How dare you!
I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch.
No forgiveness! I can't forgive this!
Hero, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive this!
Hiro nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. But just a second later... What's going on?
Hey,
Oh, oops, ich dachte Byakuya. What's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway to the nurse's office, taking Hiro's spot in the room.
it would seem...
I gather that something happened. Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura. You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything, I'm drawing a line right here now. Drawing a line?
Goodbye.
Wait, Sakura! Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... Ja, jetzt zwei. Brauch ich gar nicht so verstecken. Kyoko. Are you still mad? Yeah, I figured.
That's fine.
Oh. About that issue we discussed earlier, it doesn't matter anymore. Then, do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it?
In other words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. To think like
I
that.
wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
What?
Because...
Ultimately, that means you don't trust me. Oh, meine Fresse. No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's fine. I've already forgotten about it. Besides,
And
I may have overreacted.
Anyway,
It's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Okay, thank you. That issue we discussed doesn't matter anymore. I want to talk to you about something else. Okay. What is it you want to talk to me about?
indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Where?
So,
Just come with me and you'll find out. I guess, but...
shall we go?
Well, yeah. With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. Kyoko! I hurried to catch up to her. She walked ahead in silence, and in silence I chased her. And eventually, we arrived. Oh, alter ego, The dressing room? So there's something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right, it has to do with alter ego. But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore. Stimmt, er hat doch eher ihren Job gemacht, oder nicht?
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that need alter ego. He has business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently, he has something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something? Hello. Oh, so it's just the two of you, Kyoko and Makoto? Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is two not enough? No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us? I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, "Why?" Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work. I don't want that.
I want to be able to help.
I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
That's right.
That's what Master would want, too. So, to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of the school.
That's right.
The only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network. But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the Mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you and You agree, right, Kyoko?
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still,
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
gonna do my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. I was just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Hey,
You remember what she asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right? Yeah?
certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question you, the program's creator, can answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Kyoko. To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the Mastermind really will notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But
Hey,
he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says that he wants to fight alongside his friends.
now,
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in the situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall, next to everyone else, and tell them you're their friend.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't.
wanna believe in myself.
I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
listen.
Besides, there's one place where the Mastermind might not notice. One place?
That's right.
Remember, there's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. A room without a surveillance camera. Dumme Antwortmöglichkeiten. Ja, natürlich der Secret Room. That's it, the secret room, you told me about it. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall.
However,
Just because there's no camera there, that doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the Mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the Mastermind may spot us going to the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over. You're right.
that's what we have to do.
But despite all that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko, in that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with that, with what you're wearing, right? So, let me do
It's
it.
true.
Okay then, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
Then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles. Shh, you can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there?
However,
Assuming the Mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
it's true.
I agree, let's head to the secret room. Ich werde speichern. Ich mich jetzt schon länger nicht mehr. So, wo war jetzt nochmal der Secret Room? Der war doch im 2. Stock, oder? Ich bekomme langsam echt Kopfschmerzen durch die ganzen Farben, ne? Wie ist es eigentlich mit euch? Ich bin froh, dass ich nicht krank bin, weil ich glaube, sonst würde ich hier sterben.
Hey,
Makoto,
why?
are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go, and to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I made her mad again, somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing here? Hurry up and go! Okay, I'm going.
So then,
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. Also thorough heißt übrigens gründlich. Da liegen tatsächlich Zettel rum. Aber ich weiß nicht, ob das Dokumente sind. First we have to find a network cable. Die Dinger gibt's nicht, wo man interagieren kann. To Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Finally, this is the network cable, right? So we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with a cable. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please, just wait a little while longer.
I'm gonna do my best.
Just hold tight. Just hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here, you and all the rest of us, as friends. Friends? Even me? Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Just before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Kyoko!
What?
So we're just gonna split
Why
up?
is that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct? Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way I think that right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we do?
so
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now. Which is why Alter
Correct.
Ego. All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kinda tired, so I lay down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired. But I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, I had completely dozed off. The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. One is then.
Makoto.
Get out of here. Kyoko, what's going on? Hina just came to see me, and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Ich werde speichern. Was ist hier los? Makoto, Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside, and when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in a chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her? I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window, but I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do? First of all, we need to get into the rec room. But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations. We're going to force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Why?
See,
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the inside the room. Is it a chair? Is it a chair? Chair?
In other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. And there's no problem if we break in.
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence, but that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in a classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Come on, please, hurry! Okay, you two, stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window, all it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling this chair, leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally, the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... Was? Hä? Aber da ist doch nirgendwo Blut! All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. I had abandoned Sakura's body, and then... Was? Ja, warum sitzt sie da so da?
A body has been discovered!
Ja, was?
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin!
Mhm. Das kommt die zweite vom Schattenschiff. Ja.
Sakura's dead. She's really dead.
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Tina left the rec room. And I... Why? Why did this happen? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there, motionless behind her, while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after, I don't know how long. I got everyone.
What?
Ogre?
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed, I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No! Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you, Hiro Byakuyan Toko. One of you killed Sakura.
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it? It is Monokuma. You know it? Okay. Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer?
The Monokuma file!
And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina. Or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that hold on. There's something I want to ask you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura. Nein.
Say what?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again and
In
then...
other words,
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that. I gotta tell ya, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So, I don't know who it was, but whoever the placant is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owed him one? Oopsie, before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Cause I mean, your lives are all in the line, right?
What is this?
He owes them one?
I won't forgive you.
I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I for one am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I didn't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If we want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right. Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina, I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
that's fine.
Okay then, Hina, that's guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
You're always the thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
I'll stay behind. And it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say. Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force. You're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a
It's all
compromise?
clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hero, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura. For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally. Who want to touch a filthy dead body?
listen.
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's
Listen to
killer,
me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura, it's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. Okay Leute, ich würde sagen, wir sehen uns hier beim nächsten Mal bei Danganronpa und ciao.